So. Okay, dann sollte ich jetzt live sein. So 2 Minuten zu früh, aber und sofort kläfft unten ein Hund. Perfekt. Das ist super. Ich wollte eigentlich direkt vorwarnen. Es könnte sein, dass gerade am Anfang des Streams zwischenzeitlich Hundebellen zu hören ist. Da kann ich nichts für, da kann ich aber nichts gegen machen. Aber das passiert, wenn Hundebesitzer sich dann eine Show mit Hunden angucken. Yay. Aber genug davon. Schauen wir dann erstmal, dass noch ein paar Leute oder 1, 2 Leute vielleicht dazukommen können. Also es sind noch so ein bisschen labere. Für die, die es später im VOD sehen, ja, ihr wisst, was los ist. Wahrscheinlich habt ihr dann ja auch die Folge davor gesehen. Es geht hier um die Gerichtsverhandlung zu Mahiros Tod. Wir haben da ein paar interessante Sachen herausgefunden, insbesondere über dieses Spiel, nämlich, wie hieß es? Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, wo ein paar interessante Sachen passiert sind und auch einige Namen vorkamen, mit denen wir durchaus vertraut waren, bis auf einen einzigen. Und da werden wir dann mal schauen, was denn heute so in diesem Ding passiert. Ah, okay, ich sehe, jetzt ist auch schon jemand da, zumindest in den Kommentaren. Auf die Kommentare werde ich versuchen einzugehen. Kann natürlich sein, dass es beim eigentlichen Gericht nicht so einfach möglich ist, weil da die ganze Zeit die Charaktere reden. Aber vielleicht werde ich ab und an noch mal kurz pausieren, um auf ein paar Sachen einzugehen. Und vielleicht werde ich auch zwischenzeitlich ein paar Fragen stellen. Und dann werden wir auch mal schauen, wer von euch denn richtig gedacht hat, wer denn vielleicht Mörder oder Mörderin sein könnte. Es gibt ja so, sagen wir mal, 2 Charaktere, die durchaus im Fokus stehen. Und ich ziehe das Mikro kurz ein bisschen. So, hat man vielleicht ein kleines bisschen gehört. Ich glaube, ich stelle die Empfindlichkeit ein kleines bisschen höher. So, dann sehen wir auch unten läuft die ganze Zeit so ein kleiner Ticker mit Fragen entlang. Ich glaube, den lese ich einmal von Anfang an vor und ich muss auch mal die Skills setzen. Und wie ist Influence? Ja, definitiv. Und sonst noch irgendwas Neues? Ach, Moonsault, ja. Logic Dive haben wir bisher noch gar nicht gehabt. Vielleicht kommt das heute zum ersten Mal. Also, what lies within Monokumas video game? Is it the truth or lies? What is the motive that ties that game and reality together? Where did the killer who escaped from the beach house go? Ich sollte nicht ganz so früh anfangen. There's no looking away from the hopeless memories reflected in the twilight. Und ich denke, damit haben wir das geschafft, uns vorzubereiten und wir werden jetzt einfach mal anfangen. Wie gesagt, auf Kommentare werde ich während des Streams durchaus eingehen und dann schauen wir mal, wie es läuft. Also ich kenne natürlich das Ergebnis, aber ab jetzt werde ich hauptsächlich die Klappe halten.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Kennen wir Monokuma.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
Masterpiece, naja.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
Eigentlich streng genommen ihr alle, aber das ist eine andere Geschichte.
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
The characters in the game were Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, Boy F. And the high school girl who got killed at the beginning. By using the staff role after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. The first character the player was able to control was Girl A. The true identity of Girl A, it's probably... Es war nicht Mahiro, ich glaube es war Mikan.
I see! Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki.
Aus dem einfachen Grund. Sie ist total unsicher und wird auch von Girl B in dem Fall doch so ein bisschen gemobbt.
That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights. Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
She's right, the one who said that was Girl B.
I see! Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Girl C, huh? Her personality was hyper, energetic and unique. Ibuki.
I see! Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Oh nein!
Let's move on to Girl D.
Girl D, huh? There's only one person who always had a camera with them.
I see! Girl D is Mahiro, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
He's Guy F.
I see! Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
Also jetzt heißt es also, Sato I tötet Fuyuhikos Schwester und Fuyuhiko vermeintlich Sato. Mahiro hatte quasi Beweise dafür und konnte jemanden unter Druck gesetzt haben. Naja, eigentlich hat sie versucht, die Beweise wegzuwerfen. Fuyuhiko hat die Beweise dafür, dass Sato, oder zumindest eine von denen, wahrscheinlich Sato, seine Schwester getötet hat, gefunden. Darauf läuft's hinaus.
Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyota, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reason for Yuriko's last name Kuzuryu appears twice. It's true I have a hunch, but to call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. The reason for Yuriko's last name Kuzuryu appears twice, it's probably because he had a little sister.
I can prove it with this! In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, What role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
Ich rück mal kurz den Stuhl ein bisschen anders hin. So. I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. The only character in the game I could see being Fuyuhiko's little sister is the high school girl who died at the beginning.
I see!
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato. Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
Ich weiß nicht, was das für eine Anspielung sein soll, aber naja.
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
Ja, stimmt. Tanaka und Sato sind beides so, das sind in Japan sehr häufig vorkommende Namen, meines Wissens nach. What the heck? Is that a wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
Yep, Suzuki ist ebenfalls ein extrem häufiger japanischer Nachname. Und ja, das gleiche gilt übrigens auch, zum Beispiel Honda ist auch ein gar nicht so seltener Nachname in Japan. Wundert man sich ein kleines bisschen, aber eigentlich nicht. And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it! Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
The reason Girl E was killed, I should be able to assume why based on the content of the game. Girl E interfered with the murder. Nein, because Girl E was for you consistent. No, because Girl E witnessed the murder. Because Girl E was the killer. Ja,
I see.
Letzteres.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister.
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim?
In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Oh Gott, jetzt muss ich gerade bei dem, was Chiaki erwähnt hat, an Eye of the Beholder und sowas denken. Oh Gott. Wobei, das hatte, glaube ich, schon eine Minimap. Aber das war halt wirklich so ein First-Person-Ding. Du gehst wirklich, wie kann man es nennen? Du gehst wirklich Block für Block voran. Und das ist dann teilweise wirklich schwierig, da die Orientierung zu behalten.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this!
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E, who was waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Then, what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I need to clear that up first. Und wir kommen zum ganz typischen Teil.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, What did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
Ah, das ist es.
How was she able to get past those 4 and wait in front of the music room?
She probably used a hidden passageway. Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
Nicht ganz. What Girl E did after the murder in the music room, I need to find the clue that will clarify that.
After she killed
So,
the
ich
first, what
meine,
did Girl E do?
She just broke
Das
the window and
Zersplittern
escaped out.
So
war
how did
nicht
Girl
Glas,
to the
das war
front
die
of the music
Vase.
to go back to the... You need to go through... Plus, at the other 4 girls...
At the entrance, heard the sound of the window shattering.
No, that's wrong! First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder weapon?
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting!
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
An unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. If we're told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it. I'll do it. Oh, jetzt kommt wahrscheinlich dieses Minispiel Logic Dive. What do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? Now then, there's something I need to tell you regarding the white noise in the non-stop debates. Oh, es kommt doch was Neues. Also was Neues in den non-stop debates. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable. You won't always destroy them in one shot. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them with a silencer. But unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. By the way, if your difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear yet. You get the gist, right? It appears the debate is getting tougher, so I've obtained some very useful information. I heard there's a guy named Gundam. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Ah, das heißt, wenn man mit Gundam sich gut stellt, dann wird das besser. Gun something. I wonder who it is. Was I out of line just now? Well then, good luck and have fun. Wobei der Skill von Sonja schon ziemlich heftig ist, dass wir einfach quasi doppelt so viele Fehler machen können. Okay.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Unconventional weapon. Apparently it appeared in the game, but... Was haben wir?
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Broken Vase... Moment. Broken Vase Photo. Schauen wir uns nochmal die zerbrochene Vase an. One of the ending prizes, a photo of a broken vase. This was broken in the classroom next to the music room. Hat aber keine Blutspuren. Crime Scene Foto sind wir auch nix. Broken fish tank. Tipped over fish tank was found in the music room where the first victim's body was discovered. Gravel and water are scattered everywhere. Moment. Oh doch. Das war's. Sie ist Gravel.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
Nee, das nicht.
That's too big to be...
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation.
It's on that big a...
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Zack,
I
das.
agree with that.
Das war's. Ich erinnere mich wieder.
I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
Jemand schreibt Fischtank. Ja, Aquarium. So.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
A bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the Ace Attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
Und ja, das ist eine Phoenix Wright-Anspielung. So, ja, sollte ein Vorschlag sein. Verstehe. Jedenfalls, wie gesagt, das ist eine Anspielung auf Phoenix Wright. Da haben wir den ersten Teil ja auch gespielt auf dem Kanal. Das war noch bevor ich dann dazu übergegangen bin, Spiele nur noch zu streamen. Aber gut, weiter im Text.
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone.
Ja, da hätte man zumindest einen Flegel.
To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it, and they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day, or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Girl E's killer. Right now, the only person I can think of is that guy.
I see!
It should have been Guy F.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is...
What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it?
That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is... I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
Even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
No, the game and Mahiru's death are probably related. In actuality, there's an important shared point with Girl E and Mahiru's murder.
I can prove it with this! I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious, but don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What are you...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Huh?
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
Jetzt wird's interessant.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house.
Das können wir widerlegen.
I was squishing Mr. Ants all day.
Hold on, what she said clearly contradicts information I know.
What are you saying, you fool? Accusing me of...
Why do you doubt? Do you know where Hiyoko? She was at the beach house.
But I didn't go to the beach house.
No, that's wrong!
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't.
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are. Don't decide that based on ugliness.
Huh. They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Interessant, die sind so ziemlich gleich alt und die kommen mit dem Spruch um die Ecke. Ach ja.
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house!
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass! She's obviously lying!
Huh? It's a lie?
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying? There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
Ach, Hiyoko. Die unsympathischste in der gesamten Truppe.
I did go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots?
Hiyoko said she never saw Mahiru, but is that really true?
I did go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk.
Moment. Letter on Mahiru war's, glaube ich. Oh ja. Moment. Wieso ist das da durchgeflogen? Das ist doch nicht wahr. Okay.
Saying I met up with her, is this a panel of idiots?
Nächster Versuch. So.
I did go to the but only during my morning walk.
No, that's wrong!
Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Hiyoko Sayonji.
That letter! It's the one Mahiro had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now! I totally saw you!
Huh?
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
I see. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong! You're totally wrong!
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously, I don't know! I didn't even write that letter! I'm telling the truth! I really don't know!
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along.
Ja, jetzt können auch mal Leute überlegen, wer ist es? Ist es Hiyoko? Ist es jemand anders? Und wenn ja, wer?
That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out. And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru. There's evidence for that too.
The only place I can think of where Hiyoko was hiding is probably that place, right? Ziemlich simpel.
Here!
Da haben wir nämlich was gefunden.
The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence. Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
We have presented the proof! My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out!
It's a trap! This is obviously someone's trap!
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hiyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice!
Huh? Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all! Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island! Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru!
Why, you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia! It's just a difference between cultures! Culture shock, you know?
Hiyoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your heads! Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer!
It's true that Hiyoko is suspicious, but there's something strange. Something doesn't make sense. I can't help but feel like we're being directed by someone.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
It looks like everyone doubts Hiyoko. Is that really okay?
I shall render my verdict.
So, gehen wir nochmal durch. Yellow Gummy steht, glaube ich, auch einfach nur bei Gummy Candy found in the closet at the beach house. Dann haben wir Killer's Escape Route. Das dürfte der relevante Teil sein. Moment, hier. Twilight Syndrome Murder Case. Okay, das ist aber... Okay, das spielt keine Rolle.
Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
Ganz ruhig, Gummy Bag. Bin schon dran vorbei, ne, hier. Apparently there were a lot of these inside Hiyoko's room. Each bag comes with 4 different flavors. Strawberry, melon, grape and orange. Ach, hoppla. Ich wollte eins weiter. Footprints on the beach. Footprints were found near the crime scene. The trail leads from the beach house and loops around toward the road. The footprints were Hiyoko's. Oh, trash can. Moment.
There's no doubt.
Das war voll mit irgendeinem... There were a bunch of empty plastic bottles inside the trash can in the beach house. They were probably drinks from the refrigerator. Okay.
You went to the beach house, right?
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
Ja.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
Moment, irgendwas ist daran falsch. Ich überlege gerade, muss ich irgendwas übernehmen? Oder Moment. Schauen wir uns nochmal das Gummizeug an. Da steht nicht, welche Art von denen das ist. Ist da vielleicht einfach nicht die Sorte bei?
Hiyoko is the...
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
And weren't you also hiding in... So that's when you dropped the gummy.
Nee, das ist schon mal richtig, so wie es aussieht. You're giving me shit. Oh, I see. You have a thing for little girls, don't you? That's why you're taking the brat's side.
Damn it!
Oder Moment mal.
I shall render my verdict upon this
ich
mystery's
hab's.
conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
Moment, ich kann noch
There's no
keine
doubt.
Sachen übernehmen. Das ist eine
You
Sache,
went to
die
the
haben wir
beach house, right?
noch nicht gehabt bisher.
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet?
Moment.
So that's when you dropped the gummy. You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body.
Moment. Das...
So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
Ich frag mich... Was davon kann ich wie widerlegen? Also bei den Truth Bullets. Wir haben Footprints on the Beach. Das heißt, einen von den dreien müssen wir widerlegen können. Entweder, dass sie da das Gummiding verloren hat. Ja, was könnte das hier bedeuten? Ist das Killers Escape Route Blocked Way? Ja, aber Killers Escape Route bezieht sich auf Twilight Syndrome Murder Case. Aber kann sein, dass du recht hast. Probieren wir es mal aus.
I shall render my verdict. Hiyoko is this.
There's no doubt you went to the beach house.
And weren't you also... So that's when you dropped... You waited for your chance. And afterward, you fled...
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body.
Nope, ist nicht richtig. I would like for you to not hate me and listen, but I believe the door facing the road was definitely blocked by Mahiru's body.
Damn it!
Also das muss ich einfach
I shall
ausprobieren.
render my verdict upon this
Oder
mystery's
Moment.
conclusion.
Ne, wir haben bisher noch nicht freigeschaltet, andere Sachen zu machen.
Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
Moment, ich glaube...
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
Wahrscheinlich ist das jetzt... Ich werde jetzt einfach alles bei den einzelnen Sachen ausprobieren müssen, weil ich nicht weiß, dass es richtig ist. Also
I
Yellow
shall
Gum
render
hier
my
schon...
verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
Trashcan?
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
And weren't you also hiding in the... So that's when you dropped the gummy.
Kann es auch nicht sein, ne. Aber Trashcan muss doch
I shall
irgendwie
render my
bewandt.
verdict.
Gehen wir lieber
Hiyoko is
andere
the...
Sachen durch als das Gummibärchen, weil das ist verständlich.
And weren't you also... So that's when you dropped... You waited for your chance to kill Ma... And afterward, you fled...
At the time, the door facing the
Moment,
road
das...
was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from...
And that's how you left your footprints!
Okay, Moment. Kann es das sein? Nein. What in God's holy name are you blathering about? The footprints that were left by the beaches are obviously Hiyoko's, right? Like, this is just the beginning. Anyways, would you like a marshmallow tofu hot spot or a chocolate curry hot pot?
Damn it!
Das ist jetzt gerade einfach eine Sache. Ich bin
I
selbst
shall render
verwirrt,
my
ich weiß es
verdict upon
nicht.
this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Ich bin überfragt. Das ist verwirrend.
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the...
Das ist im Gummibär keine gelbe Farbe. Ich habe sie eben ausprobiert. Ich habe ja beides schon ausprobiert. So, hier heißt es... Ja, wobei, komm. Habe ich vielleicht aus Versehen nur Yellow Gummy genommen? Nee, stimmt. Ich habe augenscheinlich nur Yellow Gummy genommen und nicht Gummy Bag. Okay, doch. Boah, das war eine schwere
About that
Geburt.
gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
Das war eine schwere Geburt.
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene was yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored.
Jetzt haben wir's.
That gummy is yellow? And it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
What?
That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy. See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge. I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might.
Hold on, you little bitch! You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet.
Und es geht weiter.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her,
Ah, nein.
we have the evidence we need.
Das ist falsch.
That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
I gotta figure out what's right and what's wrong. Relativ
We're not
einfach.
done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge...
You're talking about the footprints.
It's true, that's an... And we can thank
What is that? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and...
Nope,
No, that's wrong!
das stimmt so nicht.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant death?
Ich habe kurz einen Schluck getrunken. So.
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
I'm sorry.
Fuyuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer after all.
Seriously, that's not true. Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body? If she handled the body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was clean.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer! Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven!
I won't let you look down on me!
Das
We
gibt's ja
haven't
auch noch.
decided that yet!
Hey, Fuyuhiko. Why do you keep insisting that Hiyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer! If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Fuyuhiko stubbornly insistent that Hiyoko is the killer. But on counter all of its words are we pushed back.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
If Hiyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
Geht nicht.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
Hyoko took off her clothes before committing murder. No, that should be impossible. She wasn't wearing clothes at all. Her clothes fused to her body. She can't get dressed by herself. Und she can't get undressed by herself. Nee, sie kann sich nicht selbst anziehen, alleine.
I see.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hyoko mentioned this before.
I can't help it. I can't tie my kimono sash by myself.
Which means Hyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't smell, and it only smelled a little.
Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place?
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious? Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
Das macht jetzt Akane und Perko verdächtig, entweder Blut verschmiert oder mehr abgewaschen.
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life.
That actually sounds pretty cool!
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
Yeah, seems like it.
See, I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru. 'Cause Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her! Why wouldn't you believe me earlier? You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, pig barf! I hope you get a hangnail and die! I'm sorry for being pig barf!
More importantly, Fuyuhiko's behavior earlier was definitely strange. Getting so worked up and accusing Hyoko of being suspicious. Could it be? Does he actually have something else in mind?
Hey, Hyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap!
Yeah, I got that already, so... Can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier...
She never talked to me at all. Man, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to ask me such an easy question.
Damn it! So that was a lie?
'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but... Around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox.
A letter?
Yeah, this one.
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island. The time is still the same, at 2 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Mahiro Koizumi. Letter Hiyoko received, yeah.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
The letter that Hiyoko had. Doesn't it... Oh, it has a display problem. Wir haben ja auch den anderen Brief. Was jetzt hier? Doesn't contradict that other evidence?
I can prove it with this. This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hiyoko's letter...
About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island. The time is still the same, 2 p.m.
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same thing?
Hiyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think?
Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
It's safe to say a letter was forged by the killer, but which letter did the killer forge? The letter that Hiyoko had, they weren't forged. Both letters. The letter that Mahiro had. Ich würde sagen am ehesten das. Nee, the killer forged the letter Mahiro received. If that's true, then it means Mahiro actually wrote the letter that was used to summon Hiyoko.
Damn it!
It's really okay to say that only Mahiro's read letters. Ach nee, Blödsinn. Na, wahrscheinlich sind's beide.
I see.
So ergibt's am ehesten Sinn.
The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters... Confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while.
The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times. But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something.
Medicine?
That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet. And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic!
I was scared. I was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but...
The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer. That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer!
Hiyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope. Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
Nagito dreht also wieder durch.
Seriously, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray, and you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying!
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hiyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yup, yup! The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job! That's the right way! That's the splendid power of teamwork! Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want. Hey. Hey. What? He's sleeping!
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
The bitter truth. That may be true, but even so, we can't just stand around here all day. Even if what lies ahead is a cruel ending, the only thing we can do is move forward. Because unless we reveal who among us is Mahiru's true killer, there's no way we'll survive.
Well now.
Okay, ich denke, das ist quasi die Halbzeit.
Well then, now that the class trial has reached its climax, I would like to present the answer right here, right now.
Hey!
Huh? You're gonna spoil who the killer is? If I reveal the answer before everyone's ready, they'll all be shocked. They'll all feel despair. You can't. That's seriously a big no-no. But spoiling it right now is innovative, don't you think? The club president and I are powerless against innovation. Who is the club president? So, without further ado, the answer is... Yeah, you can't. Everyone, please close your eyes and cover your ears.
Correct! You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
Nanu, ja gut, das sagt man heutzutage eher nicht ganz so häufig, aber was? Es war wahrscheinlich einfach eine Anspielung auf... Moment, hat die jetzt gerade irgendwas in der Richtung gesagt? Wahrscheinlich ist das einfach im Japanischen was in dem Satz davor gefallen ist.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about, but somehow it feels wrong to me. Das ist eine seltsame Halbzeitpause. Aber gut, einmal kurz abspeichern und weiter.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that! Oh, I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly.
Einfach dieser Satz zum Ende. Sehr schön. Vierte Wand, was ist das?
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there? Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't. Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
Jetzt heißt es, Hauptverdacht liegt daher auf Yuhiko. Er kam vor Hyoko am Diner vorbei. Ibuki und Mikan kamen ja zusammen an. Ja. I want to play a new game. Is that what you're thinking? If so, we've prepared the perfect product for you. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer from several questions. It's called Logic Dive. Übrigens, achtet mal kurz auf die Kreuze auf den Gesichtern, insbesondere bei dem, das gerade rechts aus der... Na egal. Die Kreuze über den Gesichtern sind nämlich teilweise etwas individuell bei den Toten. Bei Byakuya ist es ein normales Kreuz, bei Mahiru ist es auch ein normales Kreuz, aber bei... oh Gott, Namen. Teru sind es Messer und Gabel. So, it's called the Logic Dive. During the Logic Dive, you control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the synapse cores. You can move sideways with the left stick and accelerate with the right button. Press the left button to brake and the right button to jump. There will be various obstacles you will encounter as you progress through the course. So make sure you're familiar with these controls so you can reach the goal. On your journey you will take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump into walls. Also, upon reaching a certain point, there will be branching questions in the course. The answers split into different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer you think is correct. Branching questions will appear several times in one course, please be careful. I highly recommend that you make good use of the brake. That's my meddlesome advice for you. If you press the start button during the logic dive, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. She's right. This might be a very important problem. If the killer tampered with the evidence after Hiyoko ran away from the beach house, when did the killer arrive and depart from the beach house? Think. If I just focus and think about it, I'm sure I'll be able to find the answer. Alright, I'm going to do it. So, kommen wir zum Minispiel. So, ich kann halt hier so ein bisschen was machen. Kann schneller werden. Ach, A kann ich das auch. B kann ich auch bremsen. Wie springen? Ach, Y ist dann springen, okay. After Hiyoko arrived... Nee, when did the killer arrive at the beach house? Before... Oh Mist, jetzt bin ich... Ich hätte vorher wechseln müssen. Before Hiyoko arrived eigentlich. Weil Hiyoko musste ja betäubt worden sein. So, High Speed. When did the killer leave the beach house? Before Hiyoko left augenscheinlich, weil ansonsten hätte Hiyoko die gesehen. Oder die, den, wie auch immer. Nee, danach erst? Dann also versteckt, okay. Ja stimmt, es muss die Spur danach liegen gelassen worden sein. War so lange her, dass ich das gespielt habe. Die Details sind mir einfach nicht mehr bewusst. Hui! Oh. Hier wird's interessant. So. Nächste Frage. Where was the killer hiding while Hiyoko was unconscious? Beach house? The beach. Es ist wieder falsch, wette ich. Es ist sowas von falsch. Nein! Also irgendwo im Strandhaus. Ich mache auch gerade alles falsch. Super. Super zur Demonstration, wie dieses Spiel nicht gespielt wird. Die Frage ist nur, wo dann? Das wird ja eigentlich ausgeschlossen.
It's all coming together. Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good!
I really don't want that to happen to me. I need to answer by any means. The place where the killer was hiding, the place where Hiyoko hasn't looked is... Moment. Heißt das, der Mörder war da drin?
Here! The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? Then you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
If the killer had made sure to arrange a hiding place in advance, I can only think of one place. That's right, the place where the killer was hiding inside the closet was... Ja, ich hab's.
Here! What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case?
But the shelf it was on, It was pretty messy, don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. 'Cause we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if we didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya! Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time.
Ob das eine Anspielung war, weiß ich jetzt auch nicht.
As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included? Among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine! You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent!
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hiyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Now then, I shall explain to you the final feature in the non-stop debates. From this point forward, you will now be able to use the truth flashback. If you hold down the müsste dann der Y-Knopf sein, button, the shape of a reticle will change. If you aim at the remark's weak spot and keep it in that position, you will be able to memorize it. This memorized phrase can only be fired once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change to a different truth bullet, it will disappear from the truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer for a lie or mistake in your available truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to trust your keen wits, won't you? By the way, you will not be able to agree with anyone whilst you're using the truth flashback. Please remember that it is only effective when refuting points. Well then, good luck and have fun. Ja, das heißt, diese Sache fehlte mir letztens. Shower Room reicht wohl nicht aus.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Ja, das war's.
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and floosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
So, if I use that person's opinion, I might be able to break through the contradiction.
What did the killer do with...
Maybe they simply...
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Ja, die Flaschen aus dem Kühlschrank, sag jemand. Genau, das ist es.
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Something other than the shower was used to wash off the blood. It's possible it was the drinks inside the refrigerator.
I see!
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it. In theory, but that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
Interessanter Punkt. Also das Wichtige ist am Ende Trashcan.
It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try one bottle drink. It wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
Ach Mist, ich muss da dann schneller sein. John Pecker's voice is so threatening it might cut me. We're nearing the moment when our fates will be decided.
It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try thinking about it. One bottle, it wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
Oh, hier muss man etwas sehr schnell atmen. Okay. Advance.
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator. There were only flavored drinks with... If you use those to wash blood off, the blood won't come off and your body will get sticky. It will leave an aromatic smell, too. Especially if you used a lot. That alone would raise suspicion.
Could it be that the first allegation was intended to lead to this outcome? But I should have evidence to use against her argument now.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
So, jetzt
Allow
haben
me to
wir's.
cut through those words! No, there were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner.
Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of the shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, if they did that, that person would be...
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
Hmm?
See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask. Who might that be?
If the killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them, that killer, Mahiru's killer, must be that person. Es gibt eine einzige Person.
You're the only one! Peko. Is it you?
Die Frage ist jetzt nur, wenn das stimmt, was hat Peko mit der ganzen Sache zu tun? Ist das in dem Fall einfach nur, dass sie das ausgenutzt hat, oder hat sie mit Twilight Syndrome Murder Case irgendetwas am Hut?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Hajime and Kazuichi, why are you two here? Hey, and you're breathing pretty heavily? I just did a little swimming.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something! Hold on, you bastard! You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming!
Das ist ein bisschen out of character, oder?
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't even pay attention to the beach house. I went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer! We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house!
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have it.
I see.
Ich habe aus Versehen vorgeskippt, tut mir leid. Kurz zurück. Might just have an answer to solve that mystery. So, das hat sie gesagt.
Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
The killer's escape route. I might know what it was. In fact, the only possible thing I can think of is that opening. Small window in the shower room.
I see! If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Rule 3. Littering is not allowed. Let us coexist with this island's bountiful nature in mutual prosperity. Das Wort Littering ist jetzt im Deutschen nicht, unter Deutschen nicht so ganz bekannt. Das heißt halt sowas wie Verschmutzung, Umweltverschmutzung, Sachen einfach wegwerfen. So, in die Landschaft.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see! You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
Das klingt schmerzhaft. Das ist Fuyuhikos Schwester, Sapeko nicht unähnlich. Das Peko hat Fuyuhiko Sato getötet, sie sind vermutlich miteinander verbunden. Sapeko nicht unähnlich? Naja. Schauen wir uns das nochmal an. Hier. Also die sieht schon anders aus als Peko. Wahrscheinlich war sie größer als Fuyuhiko, aber das ist doch keine Kunst. Selbst ich bin größer als Fuyuhiko und das ist schon besonders, wenn ich größer bin als ein anderer Kerl. Aber die sind ja auch Jugendliche, also egal.
No! Please don't be violent!
Even if the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So the only thing I can think of that the killer must have hid somewhere. If that's the case, focus and think. The object the killer used to escape out the window. So. Ah, ich glaube, B ist tatsächlich richtig. Ach nee, ich muss da Y drücken, ich Idiot. So, erstmal kurz. Oder ist W es? W könnte auch richtig sein am Anfang. Nee, es ist das B. So. Yep, B. Ah, okay, da kommt jetzt genau das, was ich brauche. Okay, das braucht gerade einfach ein bisschen, bis der richtige Buchstabe wieder aufkommt. Oh. Gib mir einfach endlich mal den Buchstaben, den ich brauche. Verdammt. Spiel. Genau, gib mir das B. Ja. Oh, sehr gut. Die S kann man auch schon mal zusammenkommen lassen. So. Da fliegen Ds aufeinander zu. Oh, das wird ein bisschen eng. Aber das W nehme ich gerne mit. So. Die Ds fliegen und... Ah, da ist S in den Weg, was nicht gebraucht wird. Ah, da brauchen wir jetzt ein R, das wir nicht haben. Oh, Vorsicht, nicht zusammenprallen. Ich frage mich, wer sich dieses Minigame ausgedacht hat. Der gehört doch echt erschossen. Na, also, hier ist das R, das wir brauchen. So, jetzt brauchen wir noch ein D. Komm schon. Ah, endlich das D. Das hat lange gedauert.
Peko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily! Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Stimmt, wobei Ninja nicht nur sowas ist. Also Ninja ist eigentlich ein Oberbegriff für so ziemlich jede Art von Geheimagent. Spione, Saboteure etc. Und in den seltensten Fällen waren das Meuchelmörder. Aber ich finde zum Beispiel auch Ninjutsu sehr interessant, weil Ninjutsu ist quasi unzählige Arten, wie man nach Möglichkeit sehr schnell also entweder einem Kampf aus dem Weg geht, ihn sehr schnell beendet oder sehr effektiv abhaut. Und das finde ich extrem interessant. Also häufig geht es da eher darum, einfach nicht in einen Kampf zu geraten, weil man wusste, man ist normalerweise nicht in Rüstung, man ist nicht der große, starke Kerl mit den riesen Waffen, sondern man muss schnell und effektiv arbeiten. Und wenn das nicht klappt, muss man sehr, sehr schnell weg.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Das ist übrigens auch so ein Punkt, wenn man eine gewisse Größe und ein gewisses Gewicht überschritten hatte, dass man dann sich typischerweise gar nicht für den Job eignete.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Now then, the time has come once again for the Panic Talk action. PTA. Let's talk a little about Fever Time and Nega Time. From this point on, you will be able to use Fever Time by pressing the right button during PTA. When Fever Time is activated, the tempo will be pushed to its max. But that's not all, you won't miss during Fever Time either. By pressing the B button when applicable, you can destroy your opponent's verbal assault. But only until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, you're not the only one who can get the upper hand. There's something called Nega Time that your opponent can use too. Das macht sogar Ninjutsu. Ja, wirklich mal solche Kletterübungen. Okay, nett. Das ist ein netter Zufall. Also ich selber mache kein Ninjutsu, ich mache europäische Kampfkunst tatsächlich. Jetzt nichts, was man als HIMA, also Historical European Martial Arts, betrachten könnte, weil wir auch einige Techniken aus dem Asiatischen übernommen haben, aber sehr viel hat sich auch einfach parallel entwickelt. Deshalb macht es jetzt keinen so riesigen Unterschied, aber also ein bisschen Schwertkampf ist dabei, viel Ringen, aber auch viel Selbstverteidigungstechniken in letzter Zeit und die sind dann ein bisschen brutaler teilweise. If your opponent activates Nega Time, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit difficult to press the buttons in rhythm. So in that case, please time the rhythm not with your eyes, but with your ears and your passionate heart. If you can't clear it, you can always change the difficulty setting. I'm not gonna tell them that they'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if they do that. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you...
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me!
Das läuft.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off!
Hammer langsam mal die Schilde
You're
runter.
pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible!
Jetzt haben wir ihn langsam.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind.
This is the end!
So. Die Tasche.
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword back. When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan. No, you just back off!
Is it true? Did you really kill Mahiru?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
She had admitted it just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? But is this right? Even though Fuyuhiko was the one arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right?
Das war, was ich eben meinte.
Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Huh?
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Huh?
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Pecco!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that!
It's fine, just stop it!
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
This is... could she be...
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete!
Sieht so beschissen aus einfach.
The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
Ernsthaft mit dem wütenden Smiley dahinter.
Now then, let's execute justice!
What? What the fuck?
Das wäre, glaube ich, jede angemessene Reaktion darauf.
Pecco, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Pecco finally snapped!
Everyone, please be careful! Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... but... huh?
An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask!
This mask is the dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
Aber diese Smiley-Sachen dahinter.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
What? What the heck is this? Pecco is the killer? Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events. Hey. Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer. Hey. Hey.
This again?
Huh? Sleep talking?
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
Erstmal noch eine kurze Sache zu Monokomas Reaktion. Weil man fragt sich ja vielleicht auch, wann dieses Spiel genau spielt in der Timeline. Und man merkt an der Reaktion schon mal eine Sache. Dieser Reveal von beispielsweise Genocide Jack, oder wie er im Original genannt wurde, oder sie im Original genannt wurde, Genocider Show, Scheint eine Sache zu sein, die Monokuma schon kennt und deshalb ist jetzt dieser Sparkling Justice Reveal ziemlich langweilig. Mit anderen Worten, dieses Spiel ist zeitlich nach dem ersten Teil angesetzt. Das gilt nicht für alle Sachen der Danganronpa-Reihe.
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword. And executed justice.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Heko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Oh, I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
End it? He's right. We need to end this already. The killer. In the end, there's no mistake that it was Peko all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
So, was haben wir hier? On the morning of the incident, Mahiru met Hiyoko. Hiyoko arrives at the beach house, kann es nicht sein. It's a metal bat and bamboo sword. Das heißt, wir müssen erstmal hier rüber. In order to lure Mahiru and Hiyoko. Passt auch nicht. The person to arrive at the beach house was Mahiru. Nicht Mahiru, Hiyoko. So. Was haben wir hier? The next one who arrived at the beach house was... Ja. Das wäre in dem Fall Mahiru, die hier nicht drin ist. Jetzt haben wir hier... What did the killer leave next to the body? Das wäre der Schläger, der ist aber hier nicht drin. And then time to wash off. Where should I hide? The first one who found the body was Hiyoko. Das Bild haben wir hier direkt nochmal. Hiyoko left a big piece of evidence. Das sind die Fußspuren. Und hier, the closet after Hiyoko ran away. The killer dropped the lemon-flavored gummy. Hier dann, to retrieve the member sword I must do this. Zack. So, Stock 2. Gehen wir noch mal kurz weiter, was hier sonst noch ist. Sonst fehlt hier nichts mehr. Okay. Die Fußspuren sind hier nicht. Ist auch, jetzt wollte Mahiru etwa vor Hiyoko töten und Black wird ihn beschützt. Neben Hiyoko muss er noch als Nicht-Killer Mahiru tot gesehen haben. Genau, das ist ein wichtiger Punkt. Surfboard Case, das hatten wir hier. Sleep by the Killer. Ja genau. What the Killer next to the body ist die Maske. So. Noch was? Mahiru und Hiyoko. Morning. Das müsste hier hinkommen. So. Ist Hier die gefälschten Briefe und die Fußspuren haben wir auch noch und Mahiru, die das Haus betritt. Dann sind wir so gut wie fertig. Es fehlt dann noch das zum Abwaschen. Last Stock. Hier haben wir... Ach nee. Hiyoko wacht auf. Das Abwaschen war vorher.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Haben wir's.
The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hiyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character.
Ich möchte übrigens schon mal eine Sache sagen. Gleich wird's ziemlich herzzerreißend.
Hiyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hiyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hiyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hiyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hiyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon. The metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route. The small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Heko Pekoyama?
I see. And what of it?
She's like, totally cool with it.
I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch!
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it! I don't get it at all!
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice! If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice! Hurry and carry on justice!
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed!
For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
A few sacrifices? That's...
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore! Let's vote already and execute her!
However, before we do that...
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
Ah! He finally woke up!
I've heard your story! Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Ja, und jetzt wird's gleich, wie gesagt, doch was härter. Mal kurze Vorwarnung.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time? Pardon me, can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Peko is the killer.
That is true. However,
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Peko is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That makes her an enthusiast.
Wollte ich gerade sagen. Passt sehr gut, der Einwurf.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Peko, right?
Distinct difference?
You know, Sonia describes sparkling justice like this.
justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling Justice!
What the heck was that?
That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase.
An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase?
I read it in a magazine in the library. There has only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it.
I see, so that's what it was. I think I've got the difference between the serial killer and Peko. Nationality.
I see! That's right. According to what Sonia said,
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
if she had to translate it, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Oder im Original halt im Japanischen.
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
Ja, Spanisch, Mexikanisch oder irgendwo aus Mittelamerika.
From Spain?
What?
All this time, I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about those serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice, I just assumed both serial killers were from the same country. But that wasn't the case. If so...
Peko, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
Or, if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Would you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Und der Satz ist wichtig.
Uh-huh. Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Huh?
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was.
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Mir habe ich das Gefühl, der A-Knopf ist empfindlicher als sonst. Das Ding hat jetzt aus Versehen zweimal gedrückt. So, what do you mean? So.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
The proof that there was one more person at the scene of the crime. The body discovery announcement.
I see!
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Geez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us one person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house!
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Huh?
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
Und wer ist wohl diese Person?
You're the only one! Is it Fuyuhiko?
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
No, the events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. There's overwhelming proof of that too. Moment. Ending prize. The victim's crime scene photo.
I can prove it with this! I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but... There's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first and received the ending prize.
Hey, what's that envelope? What's inside?
Shut up! What makes you think you have any right to question me?
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? 'Cause Peko is the killer, right? But we already voted!
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Peko's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
How would Peko be a tool in the first place? Peko is a legitimate human being!
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell? Yeah.
I'm in a bind. And what a bind it is.
Und das spielt jetzt gerade eine sehr große Rolle, was das bedeutet. Also was wir gerade eben gehört haben. Und glaubt mir, es kommen gleich noch Szenen, die wirklich an die Nieren gehen.
I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Moment.
Ahem. Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiru Koizumi is...
Hold on a sec.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll wait. So sorry. I'm just hesitating.
Hey!
There's no need to hesitate, no matter how you look at it. Peko's the killer. Why?
Hey, hey!
Why? Well, that's obvious. You're not a tool. You're a friggin' human being.
Well...
If I'm a human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you're wrong.
You just don't know.
Because you just don't know. You just don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself. Only exist to be tools?
Hey.
What does she mean for you, Hiko? Peko and I grew up together. Are you two childhood friends then?
No.
No. It's completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kuzuryu clan took me in.
I am nothing but a tool.
They gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What?
Property, you say? It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
That is...
But that is... You are wrong. You are not a tool, Peko. Because if you are a tool, then what was all that time we spent together?
Nothing.
I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. What? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do.
You fiend.
That is why you were hiding your relationship, you mean?
No.
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
No matter what I'm told, I'm nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, it is only natural for me to act as his tool. Then, the one who tried to kill Mahiru wasn't you, it was... Fuyuhiko?
Damn it.
It is what it is. When I thought I beat that game, I was suddenly given these photographs.
Damn it!
Damn it, I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos?
Don't fuck with me!
And she's covered in blood. What does that mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead?
You
tried to confirm it with Mahiru, and that's why you wanted to talk to her.
So...
Yeah, I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond. But she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too.
But...
I'm pretty sure Mahiru was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know this incident had happened. And that's why, even if we were told that we're connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. You know, when Mahiru spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this. Ah, sorry, I actually have plans to go to the beach with everyone.
Oh my!
Wait, huh? You're not gonna go, Mahiru? If you want to talk about it there, it'd be totally fine. It's pretty important, so, you know, it'd be a trouble to involve the others.
Huh?
You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't really do anything about it on my own, so I wanted someone to think about it with me.
But...
If I need to make amends, I would. I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
That definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow.
Oh.
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hiyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation. I should have gone too. But it was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you could make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiru into a trap, right?
Hey.
By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hiyoko.
What the?
Seriously, what the heck? An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here...
Damn it!
I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right?
And so,
my young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use a bat as the murder weapon because in the game that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge, Clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister.
That is...
So that is why you killed Mahiro with a bat?
Yeah.
But still, I believed her up till the very last minute that game was just a work of fiction. But even so, that bitch...
Hey,
Hey, if that game is actually real, are you the one who killed Girl E?
Why, you?
Hey, I don't want to hear about that.
but
The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but
Why?
you shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell up!
Who cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about that game?
what are you saying?
You had no right to do that. Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes. Revenge is just wrong.
Jeez.
Want me to be honest? This whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Mahiro, I was still trying to find an excuse to not go through with the plan.
Yeah.
But after she said that to me, that all went out the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat that I hid under the bench. But at that moment, young master called for me and made me kill Mahiro.
Huh?
Young master, I am finished.
What? Are you saying that you killed because you were ordered to?
A tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions. I don't get this at all.
Of course.
Well, of course you don't understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand, and pretends to be understood.
Be quiet.
Hey, you're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed.
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet. Afterward, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I also considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
It cannot be.
You insisted that you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes?
So, we fell for it. We fell for a trick all along.
That's right. You guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool, as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer.
That's obviously wrong.
Hold on, don't act like your loss has not... don't act like our loss has been decided yet.
No.
No, it should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is troubling.
I'll admit, all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuhiko is actually the true killer. Hold on, I'm telling you to hold on.
I see.
I see, so for Peko, Fuyuhiko himself is your true hope, then. On his behalf, you killed Mahiro, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so that you can protect him.
Great.
You would only go that far because he's your one and only hope.
Wrong.
Wrong. I have no hope. I am just... a tool. Well, even if we ask her, she'd probably just play dumb anyway.
Now then.
So I'm going to ask someone else. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey.
Ich habe kurz einen Schluck getrunken. Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us. Is that your hope?
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
What's the use of asking something like that?
What?
You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will?
Hey,
Fuyuhiko, Can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed on your behalf. The fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer. Are those all things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth?
Huh?
Fuyuhiko?
Yeah.
I know you hate our guts, but...
Huh?
If you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Young master.
Young master, you just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell them that. Fuyuhiko, you mentioned this before, but... in this kind of situation, interacting with others will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots Byakuya and Teruteru are proof of that. Plus, it'd be frustrating to be held back by a faction when it's my time to kill. You're still saying that? Of course. I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, right?
Young master!
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please, just tell them the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as one was told because I'm a tool. Fuyuhiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way, you'll still lose Peko, but...
Hey.
If you insist you're the killer just as she said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say.
Damn it!
Young master, I am finished.
You? What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Peko. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me!
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, the tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?!
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then, why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me! Forget about the Kuzuryu clan! You better escape!
So how about it, Fuyuhiko? Please, tell me the truth.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Peko. I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young master!
I'm a disgrace.
'Cause if that's actually what I have to do to survive, I just feel ashamed of myself. It'd mean I can't live without
depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself.
Peko.
And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you? I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzurio clan.
Young master.
Uh-oh.
Oh my, so this is how it turned out.
Too bad.
And you thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions.
Why you?
There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey,
Monokuma, you know all along, didn't you? You knew about what Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
jeez.
Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh?
Man, even if it was an act of desperation, Peko's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of the trial like this. But too bad, you're definitely the killer. Peko the tool with a heart is the killer.
Sorry.
Peko, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request. Even though you did all that to provide me the chance to survive. But I had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh?
Young master.
Master, you have a kind heart despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself, I believed you wouldn't accept that so easily. We've been together ever since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
What?
Then, why?
Even so,
Even so,
I wanted you to escape.
I wanted to protect you.
Peko.
I am terribly sorry.
Terribly sorry I will not be able to serve you by your side until the very end. Young master, goodbye. And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Of course.
Peko.
That will do. Monokuma, why don't you start it already?
I will never feel despair.
Just so you know, I will never feel despair. As long as I am a tool, I'm fully prepared to die.
So cool!
So cool! But will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People who act as proud as you always shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin.
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
Please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So,
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
The tool, Peko Pekoyama, used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it. How many times do you have to keep... I don't need any tools. You did say that.
Then let's begin. The punishment time brimming with despair.
jeez.
Jeez, why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills, kills!
This time for the ultimate swordswoman, Peko Pekoyama.
Why?
You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
I've prepared a special punishment for you.
I never needed a sword or a shield.
I never needed a tool. So...
You didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Please, Echo. Don't go! I need you! Don't leave me!
Young master?
Versteht ihr jetzt, was ich mit Herzzerreißen meine?
Young master.
Scheiße. Bei der Szene fange ich echt an zu heulen. Das ist heftig einfach. Oh. Bevor ich jetzt an der Stelle weitermache, erstmal, ich muss gerade kurz ein bisschen von dieser Sache wieder runterkommen. Weil gerade diese Szene auf dem Weg dahin ist finde ich, so übel einfach. Ich denke, der ganze Scheiß hätte einfach nicht passieren müssen. Hätte Peko mal zugehört und hätte Fuyuhiko es irgendwie mal geschafft, seinen Stolz zu überwinden und den Mund aufzukriegen und zu sagen, was er wirklich will. Und dass die beiden bei dieser erzwungenen Beziehung geblieben sind, obwohl eigentlich sie beide was anderes gewollt hätten. Ich will nicht mal zwingend sagen, dass es romantisch hätte sein sollen, aber das ist halt einfach eine richtig üble Sache. Und wie das Ganze dann endet, es tut weh beim Zusehen. Da schäme ich mich auch nicht zuzugeben, dass ich da anfange zu weinen. Das ist schon... Das meinst, da kann für mich Bambis Mami einpacken. Aber weiter. This cannot be. Even for Yuriko. This is bad. This shouldn't be allowed. People dying so easily. Falling like dominoes. You bastard. What is this? This can't be. This is a lie, right? Echo! Fuyuhiko!
Such a waste.
For heaven's sake. This is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. Übrigens eine Sache, die ich noch erwähnen wollte. Diese Verletzung, die Fuyuhiko bekommen hat. Dieser Schnitt übers Gesicht, übers Auge. Merkt euch das mal. Oder auch zum Beispiel die Stelle, die bei Hajime angekratzt wurde bei dem Schusshagel. Da hatte er so eine kleine Wunde an der Wange. So einen kleinen Kratzer. Also alle Verletzungen, die in dem Spiel vorkommen, merken. Das hat tatsächlich eine Bewandtnis. This conclusion, what a waste. This is why. Should have just discussed it with me. Nein, das hätte sie nicht mit dir diskutieren sollen, sondern mit ihm.
Damn it.
It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes, but it was crushed into something so unpalatable.
Oh.
You're still talking about that?
You.
The hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that 2 of your friends got killed?
Such despair.
I am pissed, and I even feel sad and hopeless. But still,
Isn't that right?
it's going to be alright. This despair is worthless. Even this despair, it's just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth.
Calling me a ladder, huh? You say some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him.
I don't really understand what you're saying. Ja, wen Monokuma wohl meinen könnte. Natürlich.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. The hopes of all the ultimates here will definitely, completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future. How much longer are you planning to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fuyuhiko died, you know.
Not yet. He's still alive.
What?
Everyone!
Everyone, Fuyuhiko is still alive.
You serious?
Are you serious?
Fuyuhiko!
Frantically, we rushed over to Fuyuhiko's side.
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying! But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out! His pulse is getting weaker!
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
Well, serves him right.
Das ist... jemand schreibt im Chat, der Fakt, dass jemand wie Fuyuhiko den Tod mit jemandem teilt, ist sicherlich keine Verzweiflung. In dem Fall... Wart mal ab.
You're so stupid.
Were you filled with hope at the thought of saving her yourself? That's why you ended up like that.
Was ich in der Szene aber auch übel finde, dass Peko eigentlich die ganze Zeit sich gut wehrt, bis zu dem Zeitpunkt, wo sie Fuyuhiko verletzt. Und in dem Moment drückt ihr den einfach nur noch an sich und lässt sich abstechen. Das finde ich das Übel an der Szene. Aber gut, weiter.
You stupid brother!
What are you so laid back about? You need to hurry up and save him.
I don't believe it!
Huh? A surprise order?
What the heck?
Why do I have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum?
That's wrong!
It's your duty to save him.
Huh?
Duty?
Hey!
'Cause it's written in the school trip rules.
Rule 6. If the blackened is exposed during the class trial, only the blackened will be...
If only the blackened gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now. But since my magic stick was taken away, I'm practically powerless.
Hey!
But you should be able to do it.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, I guess I have no choice.
Fine.
Well, there's no way I can violate a rule even if it's me.
So,
Fine then, I'll save him.
Really?
like...
Hey, I was actually gonna do that all along, so I've already prepared for this. Huh? Prepared?
And that's when it happened. A siren began ringing from out of nowhere, and gradually grew closer and closer.
An ambulance?
Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr. Killgood, you've already killed your patients.
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later.
And after he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight.
Is it really gonna be okay to leave this to Monokuma?
Damn it.
It can't be helped. It's not like there was any other way.
Perhaps.
He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again. You're right. He's definitely gonna come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing happened.
Then, all we can do is wait.
Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he caused Mahiro's death, you know?
Oh, jetzt kommen wir mal dazu. Hallo Philipp, bist ein bisschen spät dran. Hast das Größte verpasst. Statt ein Kriegertod kämpft es und schützt die Person, die am meisten bedeutete. Ja, das kann man durchaus über Peko sagen.
However,
we must put that aside since Peko has already been punished. Or else we will not be able to advance forward.
Fall, my tears.
There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. Ja und nein, würde ich zu diesem Satz sagen. There's no other way than to move forward, like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
Damn it!
I guess things aren't as exciting if a shit stirrer like him ain't around.
I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fuyuhiko! I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice. And so, the class trial ended. But we still can't see the real ending that we really want yet. When that finally arrives, what will have happened to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future, not even a speck. As if we were in a boat, floating unreliably in a vast dark sea. We were just left there, alone. Only one word could explain our situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that. Und da passiert augenscheinlich was.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? 4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well.
Und da ist jetzt die Frage, was für ein Plan ist denn damit gemeint? Also es ist ziemlich eindeutig, dass Monome und Monokuma gegeneinander arbeiten. Aber wessen Plan und was für ein Plan?
What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair.
Und Was könnte mit diesem Satz gemeint sein?
And the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Ja, das ist was, wovon wir im ersten Teil schon mal was gehört haben. Und was gerade im Anime Danganronpa 3 sehr groß ausgerollt wird.
That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
Und damit ist Kapitel 2 abgeschlossen. Und wir sind noch bei 12. Black Dragon Blade, ja, man kriegt immer am Ende von sowas ein Geschenk. Das Speichern mache ich dann nachher. Also ich werde jetzt nur kurz ein bisschen plaudern und sagen, ja, zu dem, was geschrieben wurde. Also, auch wenn der Mord an Mahiro völlig falsch war. Ja. Dann war das ja eine Sache, die sie dann selber entschieden hat, einfach weil sie dachte, dass es das war, was Fuyuhiko wollte, obwohl er das nicht wollte. Ach ja. Die ganze Situation war einfach so falsch in jedweder Hinsicht. Und ich würde sogar sagen, jeder der Morde, außer vielleicht ein einzelner im gesamten Franchise, war falsch. Wenn man an den ersten Teil zurückdenkt, der erste, da kann man verstehen, also da kann man sagen, da sind zwei gestorben, die beide was Falsches vorhatten. Beim zweiten, ja, da ist einer mit seinen eigenen Problemen nicht mehr klargekommen. Beim dritten wurde einfach jemand völlig ausgenutzt und eine andere Person hat sich ja quasi über alle anderen gestellt. Der vierte war ein Selbstmord, der nicht nötig hätte gewesen wäre. Naja, der fünfte war kein richtiger Mord, das bezog sich ja schon wieder auf eine andere Stelle, aber letzten Endes auch eine Sache, die schon eher so Demonstrationszwecke waren. Und jetzt hier? Hier wird es einen geben, bei dem man drüber reden kann, ob der eventuell gerechtfertigt wäre. Einen einzigen. Und generell, es ist schon heftig. Also ich muss sagen, so rein was das Emotionale angeht, obwohl wir diese Geschichte da erst in diesem Kapitel kennenlernen und einem das erst dann so bewusst wird, finde ich, haben die das so richtig gut rübergebracht. Und gerade wie Fuyuhiko dann in Tränen ausbricht und sowas, das ist unglaublich gut. Ist richtig gut gemacht. Und ja, ich bin sehr, sehr froh, dass diese Reihe existiert. Also Danganronpa ist schon klasse. Und wie das Ganze aufgezogen ist, klar, dieses Hoffnungs- und Verzweiflungsthema wird halt immer sehr stark nach außen gekehrt, aber es ist schon sehr, sehr gut. Aber ich finde, keine Sache, die ich in dem Franchise bisher erlebt habe, war wirklich tragischer, also beziehungsweise keine Hinrichtung, keine Situation vor so einer Hinrichtung war schlimmer als das. Also da ist es wirklich so, also ich möchte nicht behaupten, dass ich bei keiner Sache sonst heule, definitiv nicht. Also es ist so, dass ich durchaus auch, wie gesagt, ich schäme mich da auch nicht für. Es gibt genug Situationen, sowohl in diesem Franchise als auch in genug anderen Sachen, bei denen ich anfange zu weinen. Es gibt zum Beispiel auch im Zero Escape, da kann ich auch nur empfehlen, schaut euch das gerne mal bei mir auf dem Kanal an, wenn ihr die Zeit findet. Zumindest die Zeit, auch mal eine stundenlange Folge zu gucken. Gerade in Zero Time Dilemma, dem dritten Teil, den ich lustigerweise zuerst gespielt habe, aber egal, gibt es eine Szene mit einer Verbrennungsanlage, sag ich mal. Und heilige Scheiße, ich kann die heute auch nicht mehr sehen, ohne in Tränen auszubrechen, weil die halt einfach so bewegend gemacht ist. Und diese Musik im Hintergrund, diese Spieluhr, Aber ich mag es, wenn eine Geschichte mich zu Tränen rühren kann. Wenn eine Geschichte es schafft, solche Emotionen auszulösen, ist das für mich ein Zeichen, dass es eine gute Geschichte ist. Und das ist sie definitiv. Das ist sie eindeutig hier. Klar, es sind überzeichnete Charaktere, es ist eine gewisse Menge Overacting dabei und ich hoffe, dass ich auch nur ansatzweise die Charaktere mit meinem Voice-Acting treffe. Aber ja, es ist eine Sache, die mich bewegt. Und das ist auch der Grund, warum ich diese Reihe spiele. Klar, Ace Attorney zum Beispiel macht auch Spaß und ist nett und so weiter, aber es kommt nicht da heran, weil man kann es auch so sehen, die Ace Attorney-Reihe sind Spiele für Leute, die noch ein bisschen jünger sind. Daran kann man auch durchaus als Älterer noch sehr viel Spaß haben, aber das hindert so ein bisschen die Story daran, bestimmte Sachen zu erforschen. Und auch wenn die Charaktere hier jünger sind als bei Ace Attorney, es ist weniger kinderfreundlich. Und das liegt nicht allein an den sexuellen Anspielungen, das liegt auch an genügend anderen Sachen. Und daher, ja, ich mag es und ich finde insgesamt die Zero Escape-Reihe noch einen Ticken besser. Einfach weil die Charaktere da nicht ganz so überzeichnet sind und ein bisschen realer erscheinen. Auch wenn ein paar Outfits ein bisschen anders hätten designt sein können, aber generell die Reihe finde ich klasse. Richtig klasse. Und Danganronpa ist so, na, von der Geschichte würde ich sagen, ich finde es schwierig, ob ich jetzt Danganronpa oder Steins Gate besser finde. Ich würde sagen Danganronpa, weil es ein bisschen Gameplay im Gegensatz zu Steins Gate hat. Aber auch das, Steins Gate, wenn man den Anime guckt, kommt so ein bisschen rüber, wie das einen emotional mitnimmt. Aber gerade die Visual Novel, wenn man die spielt, habe ich ja auch übrigens gestreamt, dann ist das unglaublich einfach, weil ich werde da so ein bisschen mal was zu sagen. Für die die Story nicht kennen, das könnte ein ziemlicher Spoiler werden. Aber es ist so, es hat ein bisschen was mit Zeitreise zu tun, beziehungsweise einem, der versucht, jemanden zu retten. Und sagen wir es einfach mal so, egal was er versucht, es klappt nicht. Diese Person stirbt immer wieder. Grundsätzlich, egal was er versucht. Und das allerdings auch erst nach einem gewissen Teil. Also das Spiel lässt sich richtig Zeit damit anzulaufen. Erstmal zu gucken, so hey, es gibt hier diese interessanten Sachen, die man machen kann. Und es gibt hier diese Charaktere und die haben alle dieses und jenes Verhältnis zu dem Hauptcharakter. Und alles ist wirklich noch so ein bisschen albern und sowas. Und dann passiert das. Und dieser Charakter stirbt. Und der Protagonist versucht zurückzugehen und das zu ändern. Wieder und wieder und wieder. Es gibt einen Punkt am Anfang, wo jemand tatsächlich mal stirbt. Und das ist so, um zu zeigen, guck mal, das ist hier durchaus eine blutige und düstere Geschichte in manchen Punkten. Aber dann ist lange Zeit gar nichts dergleichen. Immer nur so leichte Andeutungen, dass was passieren könnte. Und dann passiert das. Und zwar wieder und wieder und wieder und wieder. Und man merkt, wie es diesen Protagonisten innerlich zerreißt und wie das ihn auch irgendwann abstumpft. Dass er nachher nicht mehr weiß, wie oft er es schon versucht hat und irgendwann merkt, egal was ich mache, es bringt halt nichts. Und irgendwann ist der Gedanke nicht mehr, oh Gott, diese Person ist gestorben, sondern schon wieder fehlgeschlagen. Nächster Versuch. Und das zum Beispiel ist auch eine Sache, das können Geschichten nicht, die sich nicht die Zeit lassen, einem die Charaktere näher zu bringen auf irgendeine Art oder eben solche sehr intensiven Szenen reinzubringen. Weil ganz im Ernst, jetzt für Fuyuhiko und Peko zum Beispiel, hätte man sich gewünscht, dass die beiden einfach das werden könnten, was sie füreinander eigentlich waren. Ob das jetzt was Romantisches oder einfach nur freundschaftlich war, das will ich jetzt gar nicht mehr in den Raum stellen. Das ist Interpretationssache. Ich könnte mir es gut vorstellen, dass da was Romantisches drin steckte. Insbesondere so, wie Fuyuhiko das am Ende sagt. Weil er scheint ja wirklich eine Art emotionale Abhängigkeit in dem Sinne zu haben. Also sie bedeutet ihm ja wirklich viel, sonst hätte er nicht geweint. Und dass er von Anfang an eigentlich nur wollte, dass sie selbst sein kann, dass sie ja auf ihre Art glücklich wird. Und sie hat das nicht sehen wollen. Sie wollte sich in diese Rolle fügen, weil sie dachte, dass es das ist, was er von ihr will. Und dass es nachher so geendet ist. Ach ja, Danganronpa ist schon gut. Ist schon einfach gut. Jetzt stand geht dann Anime auf jeden Fall auch super. Ach, und deswegen Dr. Pepper Cola probiert. Ja gut, stimmt, das kam zur Genüge vor. Ja, der Anime ist halt schneller vorbei und überspringt so ein paar Sachen, aber er fasst das sehr, sehr gut zusammen. Dann weißt du auch, wovon ich geredet habe. Und was allerdings zum Beispiel im Anime nicht drin ist, sind die alternativen Enden. Wo ich auch sagen muss, der Weg ins wahre Ende bei Steins Gate ist schon cool. Wobei das beim normalen Spieldurchlauf zu kriegen ist so gut wie unmöglich, wenn man nicht weiß, wie. Weil man muss erstmal an einem Punkt am Anfang die erste True Ending Flag quasi heben. Dann also es gibt für verschiedene Charaktere ein jeweiliges Ende. Es gibt 2 klassische Enden. Das eine ist wie heißt sie? Namen. Ich habe jetzt die ganze Zeit die Danganronpa-Namen im Kopf. Wie hieß sie? Es gibt ja die Wissenschaftlerin und es gibt das Mädchen, was immer wieder stirbt. Namen. Kurisu war die Wissenschaftlerin. Und das ist ja auch die im True Ending die große Rolle spielt. Also das ist ja auch im Anime nachher. Oh. War das nicht auch irgendwas, was auf Re endet? Moment. Wisst ihr was? Wozu gibt es das Internet? So. Mayuri, genau. Oh, dass mir der Name nicht eingefallen ist. Ja, Mayuri. Also ich sag mal so, wenn man einfach nur ganz normal durchspielt, ist das Default-Ende das Mayuri-Ende. Das heißt, da wird eine gewisse Sache gemacht und ja, damit ist es dann vorbei. Wenn man die erste True Ending Flag hingekriegt hat, das heißt, man muss auf bestimmte Nachrichten auf eine bestimmte Art antworten, dann gibt es quasi den ersten Checkpoint. Das sagt einem das Spiel aber auch nicht. Aber wenn man das gemacht hat, ab dem Punkt, gibt es in bestimmten Szenen nämlich Alternativen. Bei dem Standardweg hat man dann Szenen mit Mayuri, bei dem Weg hat man dann stattdessen Szenen mit Kurisu. Und sobald dann man auch die weiteren mitnimmt, das sind übrigens Punkte, egal was man macht, solange man mindestens die erste hat, bekommt man das Kurisu-Ende. Sobald man die mitnimmt, wird die Beziehung auch zwischen Okabe und Kurisu immer romantischer. Und wenn man halt mindestens eine nicht hat, gibt es dann am Ende diese Stelle, dass das Ganze auch umgedreht wird, aber es wird halt nicht so, dass Mayuri zum Beispiel die Freundin von ihm wird oder sowas. Jetzt heißt es plötzlich, YouTube empfiehlt nicht genug Videodaten, liegt wahrscheinlich daran, dass es die ganze Zeit ein Bildschirm ist gerade. Naja, ist jetzt gerade nicht weiter wichtig. Also ich wundere mich nur gerade über die Anzeige hier im YouTube-Studio. Ja, jedenfalls, dann gibt es aber auch noch andere Enden. Es gibt nämlich ein Ende mit, Moment, ich hatte hier gerade die Liste. Ich hoffe, da gibt es jetzt auf der Seite nicht irgendeine Werbung oder sowas. Ne, hier haben wir es. Es gibt ein Ende mit Luca. Es gibt ein Ende mit Suzuha. Und es gibt ein Ende mit Ferris. Und das sind alles Enden, die man dadurch bekommt, dass man quasi sich an einem gewissen Punkt in der Story entscheidet, ich will nicht mehr. Dass man quasi eine gewisse Sache nicht macht und es dann einen alternativen Weg geht. Und dann gibt es eine Szene, die ist komplett optional mit Nae, lustigerweise, also diesem kleinen Mädchen. Und diese Szene kommt im Anime auch nicht vor. Und die bekommt man auch nur, wenn man an einem gewissen Punkt sich entscheidet, der zu folgen. Und das ist eine richtig heftige Szene. Und die ist komplett optional. Die habe ich aber, glaube ich, in meinem Playthrough drin. Also, falls sich das jemand mal angucken möchte, holla die Waldfee. Auch wenn das jetzt schon so einiges an Spoilern waren. Aber das sind halt Sachen, das dauert. Weil ich habe halt wirklich so teilweise eine Stunde gestreamt, teilweise auch länger. Und also ich glaube, so ein Standard-Playthrough von Steins Gate hast du so 20, 30 Stunden schon drin. Das ist schon heftig. Aber gut, langsam reicht es jetzt erstmal. Ich kann über meine, ich glaube, die Enden werden auch alle im Anime mal angeteasert, genau. Das sind, glaube ich, so Sachen in diesen Entscheidungsmomenten, aber es ist nichts, was konkret gezeigt wird. Und ich muss sagen, gerade das Suzuha-Ende ist zwischenzeitlich sehr, sehr düster. Und diese Enden sind auch nicht einfach so, okay, du triffst diese Entscheidung und zack, 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 5 Minuten später hast du, ja, hier dieses Ende fertig. Nein, das ist fast wie so ein halbes Kapitel noch hinten dran, das dann diese weitere Entwicklung zeigt. Verschiedene Enden finde ich cool. Higurashi Nanako Koroni, das kenne ich jetzt spontan nicht. Müsste ich mir mal angucken, was das ist. Übrigens, ich habe jetzt auch mal, weil mir das ja empfohlen wurde, mal geguckt, was dieses Your Turn to Die ist. Und gesehen, aha, eine Free-to-Play Visual Novel, die sehr in diese Richtung hier tendiert mit Killing Games und so weiter. Werde ich mir vielleicht mal ansehen, ist aber auch noch nicht fertig. Aber ja, ansonsten, ich muss halt wirklich überlegen, was ich mache, wenn ich mit Danganronpa durch bin, weil das schon... Oh, also zumindest ich habe ja den ersten Teil ganz normal als ein Let's Play, den zweiten Teil ja jetzt hier in dem Stream. Ich muss dann überlegen, was ich danach mache. Also ich hätte nicht übel Bock, nochmal die Zero Escape-Reihe anzupacken, auch wenn ich davon schon mal ein Playthrough habe. Aber ist einfach klasse. Oder halt vielleicht den dritten Danganronpa-Teil oder eventuell sogar Ultra die Spare Girls, wenn das irgendjemand sehen will. Oh Gott, Ultra die Spare Girls ist vom Gameplay her echt nicht mal so gut, aber richtig coole Story und boah, die Charaktere, das ist auch wieder mit so richtig üblen, herzerweichenden Szenen. Aber gut, hier reicht es jetzt erstmal für heute. Ich hoffe jedenfalls, es hat gefallen, sei es jetzt hier im Stream gewesen oder eben später im Video on Demand. Mir macht das Projekt richtig Spaß und ich hoffe, ich kann das auch noch mit Zuschauerschaft dann weitermachen. Vielleicht kommen auch irgendwann noch Leute dazu. Ich finde es auch schön, dass dann teilweise Leute hier manchmal dabei sind, die das Spiel sogar kennen und gespielt haben oder irgendwie anderweitig sich damit auskennen und trotzdem dabei sind, weil das zeigt ja, irgendwas muss ich richtig machen. Das ist schon mal schön. Denn ganz im Ernst, wenn man den Moderator nicht toll findet, würde man sich sowas nicht angucken. Also gerade wenn man die Story kennt und da so stundenlange Streams sind. Daher, ich bin für sowas dankbar. Und ich hoffe, dass das dann noch so ein bisschen weitergeht und weiterhin interessant bleibt. Ansonsten, ja, wenn es nicht zu sehr stört, würde es mich durchaus freuen, wenn es sowas wie ein Däumchen nach oben gäbe oder anderes Zeug, was man auf YouTube halt machen kann. Ihr wisst schon, Algorithmus. Und eine Sache, wo ich mich jetzt zu entscheide, da definitiv öfter mal darauf hinzuweisen, bitte, für die Gelegenheit haben und es noch nicht gemacht haben, kümmert euch bitte darum, euch impfen zu lassen. So, ich als Biologe, der sich durchaus damit auskennt, wie die Impfung funktioniert, bitte macht es einfach. Ich gebe zu, mich hat die Impfung, so zumindest die zweite also ich hatte die BioNTech-Impfung, so ein bisschen aus dem Leben gekegelt für einen halben Tag, aber das ist es mir dann wert. Und ganz ehrlich, wenn man dann so diesen Kram hört von irgendwelchen Querdullis, die dann meinen, also insbesondere für sowas um den Wendler alles raus, aber genug davon. Bitte einfach für die es noch nicht gemacht haben. Meinetwegen kann man auch irgendwie in den Kommentaren mal Argumente aufführen. Aber ganz ehrlich, die meisten Argumente, die von Querdenkern aufgeführt werden, sind nicht so gut, wie man denkt. Oder wie sie zumindest denken. Aber genug davon. Wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal wieder. Ich hoffe, euch hat's gefallen und ja, ihr wisst, YouTube-Kram und so weiter. Links in der Videobeschreibung für die sonstiges Zeug machen wollen. Bis dahin, Cheerio.